Hey gang, Piano Man Steve here, and I apologize. I can't really tell. I'm on my little like still camera, and I'm pointing at myself. I have no way of knowing whether I'm in the frame or not, and what I look like, and all that. But I had some folks ask me if I would maybe give a little bit of information away about the behind the scenes of how I make my videos. So I'm going to do that. I have my camera set up so you can see how it all works. First of all, I'm going to take my face off of this screen and point it at other stuff, and I'll show you. This is my studio, which is also called my spare room. This is where company sleeps if they happen to come over. You know, you would be welcome if you were my friend and my guest. This is where you'd be. There's a window looking out to my parking lot. This is my bookshelf where I keep all of my music books and all of my books on business and all that good stuff. And then up here I have mailers in that shelf, and I have all the mailing things for DVDs. Up here I have all of my empty jewel cases. Right here I have a lampshade sitting here, but this is all of my burned product that I keep around just in case someone orders a DVD. I try to keep that up to date all the time, and I have many spools of DVDs down in here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but many spools of blank DVDs. And then this little guy is my 5-disc duplicating DVD tower, so that when I do actually decide to burn a DVD, I can do 5 of them at a time once I have a master. It's pretty cool. Saves me a lot of hassle. This is my desk. My computer monitor. I use a laptop, but I really like having a full keyboard and mouse. And this is my water, which I reach back and have a drink out of every single time I get to a new section in my videos, and I say, okay, I'll see you in the next section. Sometimes I get up and go walk my dog and have something to eat, but I always reach back and have some water out of that jug right there. These are all my office supplies. This is my office chair, which I do a lot of my performance clips sitting at my keyboard in this chair. But when I'm shooting videos, it's got too high of a back. Oh, by the way, this thing over here, this is my supplemental air conditioner. I live in a second floor unit in my development, and it gets very warm in this room. Because 1, I'm on the second floor. 2, I live in Nevada and it's summertime, so southern Nevada that is, so it gets to be like 115 degrees outside, and I'm upstairs and I have all this electronic gear turned on all the time. So I actually have this little guy running pretty much all the time, and I know it creates a little bit of ambient noise, but I'll tell you what, it keeps me from passing out from a heat stroke in the middle of the song, because this little guy right here is all I've got for circulation in the room, and that simply will not do. Okay, this is my digital hard drive recording station. I got 16 tracks and 8 inputs. It is a monster. It'll do just about anything that a full recording studio will do. That's what I use when I put all my tracks together on my sequencer that I'll show you in a minute. For my live gigs, if I want to put backing vocals or anything on, I dump them all into here. I put backing vocals on, and I use this microphone to do it. It's I don't even know the details on it. I think it's it's an Electro Voice RE20. It was about an $800 recording condenser mic. Got a couple of sets of kind of big old fancy schmancy headphones. I don't know much about gear, but I have some nice stuff because I've got friends in the music industry, and they've been more than happy to take my money. But anyway, I put all my vocals and things, I mix it down, and I master it in this deal right here, and then I dump all of it onto my iPod. I leave the lead vocal and the whatever keyboard part I want to play live blank, and from there, I'm able to go ahead and just perform. So that's really fun, and that's how that's kind of done, that side of what I do. And then we're going to get to the main event here in just a second. Down here, this is one of 2 monitors that I have that I kind of run everything out of. So this is where all of my sounds are coming from, the keyboard sounds. I got another one on this side. And finally, you've seen this if you've watched any of my performance videos. This is my Roland Phantom, and this is what I teach all my lessons on, and what I've done all but just like a very small handful of my performance videos on. 76 keys. It's actually not weighted, they're just spring-loaded, but that's fine. I've gotten very used to it. I have a weighted key, 88 key, out in my living room, but it's not a great place to film, so I don't do it there. And this is where I put all of my tracks together, and all of the instrumental tracks, drums, bass, guitars, all that good stuff. Get them ready to mix down over here. It's on a filing cabinet, by the way. And finally, this is my little drum throne that I sit on when I'm teaching lessons. It has a back, but I removed the back, and I'll show you why. Because the way that I film and get that overhead shot is, here's a microphone stand I have right behind me, and I have this little guy right here. This this is my camera, and it's mounted to this kind of vice grip hanger. I can't even think of this clamp, basically. And I'm going to pull it off here so you can see, but the whole apparatus looks like that. And I sit at that throne, and then the camera's right above me, and the whole time that I'm watching, as you can see, the view screen is right here on that camera, and I'm staring at that view screen to make sure that you can see my hands do what they're doing. So that's why sometimes when I make mistakes and I say things like, sorry, I'm looking at a screen that's, this big, whatever, it's because I'm watching through that view screen and not my actual hands, because I want to actually see what you're going to see, not what I'm seeing, but what you're going to see. This, I had someone think it was a pack of cigarettes once. No, it is not. These are my floppy disks. I know it's very antiquated, but that's what the Roland Phantom from 2002 used to store all this stuff, was floppy disks. And I've got like all the floppy disks left on Earth, and they're all in here. And these are ones that I have music files saved on. I got a lot of music. I got about 200 songs that I can go through and use in my gigs. And there's the little drive that it goes into. See? So, but that's the apparatus right there. And the last thing I'm going to do, if you'll pardon me for just a second, stare at my ceiling for a moment. Okay, this is my camera. It is a Sony Handycam. And it's a very, very nice, it's got high definition capability. I don't shoot my lessons in high def though, because it makes the file sizes so big, and it would really ruin it for everybody because the downloads would take forever. But there's the view screen again, and the little apparatus that it's on, I'm going to unscrew it here so you can see, is basically, it's like a tripod mount, except that underneath it, it's got a clamp that you can use, and it looks like this. So right there, I mount the camera, and here, I tighten this guy up from the bottom around the end of my microphone stand, and voila, I've got an overhead shot of the keyboard, which, by the way, I have to give a shout out. A guy named Dan Mara from Pennsylvania, who is one of my students and one of my friends on YouTube, who's just been remarkably supportive and extremely nice and complimentary to me in the comments section of my YouTube videos. I've always tried to ask for lots and lots of feedback from everyone that I can get, and Dan has offered me great insights a number of times, but one of the best ones was after I shot the first two videos, which were Become Your Own Rhythm Section and Money Licks Volume 1, he said, Steve, the only criticism I have is your camera angle. It would be really great if you could come up with a way to have the camera directly overhead so we can see your hands. I had not considered how to do it. I did come up with this cockamamie idea on my own, but I'll tell you, I wouldn't have thought to do it had Dan not brought it up. So you've all benefited from Dan making that comment to me, and I certainly have enjoyed the videos more ever since. So, okay, that's my setup. This is my studio. I am sorry to break the legend and the myth. There's nothing special about it. It looks like a spare bedroom with some electronic gear in it, and that's exactly what it is. And this is where all the magic happens. But you know what's amazing about the world we live in today? This is all you need. I don't need anything more than this to share what I know with you guys and to do it pretty well. So I'm really excited by the idea that I can do this out of my spare room. That's my harmonica collection, by the way, down there on the floor. It's not little piles of feces as it looks like from here, and I can't zoom in. But I really love what I do. This is the most fun I've ever had in my life doing these videos. And I'm touching lives all over the world, and I'm doing it right here out of my spare room. So I think I appreciate you guys, those of you who've asked to see behind the scenes and what this is all about. I hope that what you'll take from this is that if there's something you want to do, you needn't fall prey to the idea that you don't have enough education or enough infrastructure or enough stuff, you know, that you don't have the right tools to do it, because I promise you, you do not need as much as you think you need to get started with just about anything in the modern world. If you have information that would be valuable to people, whatever medium you choose to share it with them will probably be good enough, because it's the information they crave. So anyway, there you go, gang. This is where it all happens. This is where I write my music, where I record my music, and where I teach the lessons to you that have become the greatest journey I've ever gone on as a musician in my life. And it's where I hope to make a heck of a lot more. So take care, and I will see you on the next one. Hey, and don't forget, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. Bye-bye now.